Yes, we are live.
Yes, we
Yes,
are.
we are live on Let's Think Podcast. I'm your host, Sheikh 7 Islam L. And don't let me forget to tell you to go shop with the Fez dealer. Catch him, Sheikh Sufi Fall on
That's right.
Instagram. And you can catch him, just Google the Fez dealer, get your urban Islamic Sufi experience,
Mm,
beads, clothing, custom fezes, apparel,
that's right.
merchandise. Check with the Feds dealer, and allow
Yes, sir.
me to do what's customary and what's traditional in the Moor Science Temple of America. Allow me to rise, giving all thanks and perfect praises unto Allah, highest honors to His holy prophet, and honors to His forerunner, Marcus Mosiah Garvey, honors to the Moor Science Temple of America, honors to my leadership, Brother L. Portis L. and my Grand Sheikah, Sister M. Portis L. Honors to his staff, honors to all leadership, past, present, and future. Honors to all participating in the comprehensive program of uplifting fallen humanity. Honors to our guest, Brother Sharif Anael-Bey. Honors to our co-host, who will be stepping in shortly, Brother McGriff. And
Yes.
honors to the chat. Honors to the chat for being in the building. We truly appreciate you. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to super chat your questions. Don't forget to support the Cash App is pinned in the comment section. And don't forget to support Brother Sharif. I'll put his Cash App in it. Allow me to do that right now in the
Praise
comment
Allah.
section as well. Um, and we're about to, get into a dialogue, get into a topic,
That's right.
allow me to give my brother Sharif Anyal Bey the
Yes,
floor.
sir.
How are you today, brother? How you doing, brother?
Praise Allah. I'm well, brother, man. I'm well, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Good,
sir.
good, good. A little tired. It was it's been a week, man. And
Yes, sir.
yeah, I've been
I
pretty busy
understand.
on this end with the business and other things, but all
Yes,
is
sir.
well, all
Yes,
is
sir.
well, definitely.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
All is
Um,
well. Yeah, it's gonna be a good topic, interesting topic.
ye-
Um, I didn't do a visual presentation for you all, but I trust there's going to be some very, very interesting information that comes out of this. Um, again, a lot of what I'm going to share is some of the stuff people have never heard before. But the other part of it is this: this ain't something I read. This is not something myself or my colleagues read or heard about. This is actual history we lived.
mm,
See, that's the thing. This
mm,
is stuff that we actually lived. It's stuff that if need be, I can get a couple people on the phone right now that can verify because they were there too. So
mm.
this is not hearsay. This is not I heard this from such and such or whatever. See, this is actual
Whenever you
real
want
lived
to,
history.
Brother Sharif, if you want to slip them the link and tell them to hit the link, they can come in.
Oh, you already
You know,
know.
let's make the dialogue
Yes,
real.
sir.
Let's make it very
Yes,
real.
sir. Well,
Yes,
first,
sir.
I wanna follow suit with you, dear brother. I want to begin in the name of Allah, giving praise to Allah, honors to the forerunner, the Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey, honors to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Okay, honors to all true and divine prophets, honors to my leadership, Brother R. Jones Bey, my leader and teacher, honors to his assistant, Brother A. Hopkins Bey. Um, honors to Let's Think Podcast, honors to the founders and the host and co-host, honors to the audience and the sincere seekers after truth. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, this is gonna be an interesting topic, brother man, because it seems that this topic has been a topic of discussion in other circles or amongst other individuals, and
For
you
sure.
know, it's a great thing
Absolutely.
to actually have someone who can speak from it from a perspective of experience,
Right.
you know,
Right.
and especially a brother who not only from experience, but a brother who was considered to be one of the ones. You know what I'm saying? So,
Listen, that's how. I mean, and I'm going to tell the whole story. Again, this is about. This show is about our brother Charles Mosley Bey, aka CM Bey,
mm,
and the work that he did. And it's intersectionality or lack thereof with the prophet's organization and the prophet's teaching. Right? And so what you see a lot of times is polarization. And that's what we see a lot. Polarization on one end or another. And our thinking's not nuanced enough, and our research is not nuanced enough. In other words, you got people that'll be like, oh, his teaching has nothing to do with the Moorish Science Symbol of America, the Moorish movement, and is not useful or is not, Then you have people on the other side that'll say, oh, well, CM Bey was the only student of the prophet that kept the prophet's teachings pure and pristine, and everybody else got sold out, and everybody else followed the sellouts. So you got both. That's what I mean by polarization. You got people on both sides. It's easy. It's easy to let somebody else think for you. It's easy to adopt a pre-made position. You hear what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
It's easy to do that. And this is
Because
what
you don't have to put no work in.
You don't got to put any work in. All you got to do is go with the crowd, or the crowd that you choose. You don't have to put any work in. See, to really deal with the question of whether CM Bey's work is congruent with the prophet's work, and to what degree it is, right? Or not, you have to know it. And let me just say this: mere possession and reading of CM Bey's literature is not enough. It's not enough. I'm living proof that it's not enough. See? It's just like anything else. It's just like anything else. Like if we're really studying, if we say we're students of Prophet Noble Drew Ali, right? What else do we know about Temple Jagannath outside of what we read in our Quran? Because Temple Jagannath is still on the manifest. It's still here in India.
Right. It wouldn't know nothing unless you went and researched that history.
And if you haven't done it, then what are we doing? Sowing and reaping in a scanty way. And that just is what it is. If people are upset at me for saying it, I'm sorry. But I mean, that's an area where, okay, if you don't know what's going on with Temple Jagannath, maybe it might
pique your interest.
It might be important to know. You know what I'm saying? It might be important to know.
Just like when we say we honor all divine prophets, Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, and Confucius.
Right.
How can you if you don't know anything about what they
Come
taught?
on, brother. You know what? You just brought up an interesting point. We honor all divine prophets, Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, Confucius. Does that mean we practice Confucianism? Does that mean we practice Buddhism? Does that mean we practice? You see where I'm going with this? Did Confucius teach Confucianism?
No.
See that? That means what? Just like what our charter says, right? We honor and practice the principles of all the divine prophets. That means you got to know what were the primary principles of, let's say, Confucius, right? The primary principle of Confucius brought to China solid social structure. That's what he brought to China. Solid social structure. So what do we have? We got a whole chapter in our Holy Quran, chapter 30, the social duties. Now watch this. There's a specific principle of Confucian social structure. It's called filial piety. To oversimplify it, here in the West, you call somebody an old man, it's kind of a slight. It's a disrespect. In the East, it's a title of veneration and honor and high respect. Over here in the West, the elders take care of the young people. In the East, the young people take care of the elders.
Mm.
See that? That
Mm.
is the principle of filial piety. Like to the point, like, okay, in my Kung Fu school, we follow the Confucian social principle. So let's say we're going out to eat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say we're going out to eat. My students take me out to eat, or we're all going out. The drinks get served. Nobody touches a drink until I drink first.
Mm.
And this is unspoken. Nobody says anything. They just do it. The food gets served. Nobody eats until I eat first.
Whoa.
You see? No, for real. Yeah. Right? Now.
Yeah. That's a whole nother level.
But guess what? We have that principle in chapter 24, the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America, almost spelled out literally.
Yeah.
In instruction number 8. So shall their hoary heads go down in the grave in peace, and thine own children, in reverence of thy example, shall repay thy piety with filial love. There it is. Filial piety. The principle's right there.
Mm.
See?
Mm. But can we tell you what? It's something. So if you notice, it's basically saying that if the children see you doing it,
they're just going to follow your example.
how do you treat your parents? How do you treat them?
Ain't that something?
Mm-hmm.
We're seeing just the opposite in many of our neighborhoods, aren't we?
Absolutely.
Children with no respect for adults.
Elders don't want nothing. Elders, old folk don't want nothing to do with you
because they don't respect their parents, and the parents, like you just said, have this hands off. I don't know where y'all came from. I didn't teach you that, and you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So there's a major disconnect, and so if the children don't respect the parents, they're not respect. You don't have a chance.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you ain't got a chance.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And so, yeah, so that's the principle of filial piety. And it goes back to the example of, we're not practicing Confucianism, but we are honoring and practicing the principles of Prophet Confucius. How about that? See? Big difference. See what I'm saying? Yes, and if we don't know what the principles of Confucius are, how can we say we are knowingly and consciously honoring and practicing those principles? Right?
Can't.
There you go. So back on the topic, we can't say one way or another definitively about CM Bey's work or his work if we don't know enough about it to be able to make a responsible decision. And like I said, just reading his literature is not enough.
It's like having it.
Yeah, it's not enough. So, like I said, there's a couple things I'm going to say tonight. It's going to be kind of interesting.
Let's go then. Let's go.
All right, let's do it. So I want to start first with my own personal history. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I entered into the Moorish movement in the general sense by way of one of CM Bey's former students, the late J. Johnson Bey out of Cleveland, Ohio, the founder of what was called then the Moorish American Institute. Yep. That was in the summer of 1991.
Whoa. Yeah. Whoa, bro. You come on, don't you timing yourself out, ain't you?
That was the summer of 91. That was that was the summer after my freshman year in college. That it sure was. We were hardcore 5%ers. Oh, and man. It was another brother who was a hardcore 5%er that I've known for a long time. who
Mm-hmm.
it first told us about the Moorish movement from that perspective.
Oh, okay.
And that's my good brother to this day. That's my good brother, Brother Nakeem Bey. Salute to
Not King
Nakeem
Bey.
Bey. And Nakeem Bey, make no mistake, whether people like it or not, Nakeem Bey is the head and leader of the Clock of Destiny Order of the Great Seal that was founded by CM Bey.
Mm.
And that's that.
I just saw a
That's it.
video come through. I just see a video come through my YouTube feed with Nakeem on it.
Yes, sir.
Soon as I posted this up,
Yes,
you know what I'm
sir.
saying? Scheduled this. He flew through my. It was crazy.
It was two individuals that introduced me to the Moorish movement. Nakeem was one. And the second is my brother in Harlem, New York, Brother Ralim Salahuddin Il.
Mm.
Those two brothers introduced me. Yep.
Mm.
Yep.
It was.
Those two brothers.
I mean, okay, but you knew these brothers prior to like you grew up with them or
Okay, hold on. Not so much. I didn't grow up with those two brothers. I didn't grow up with them, but we go back to 1990, 1991. Both brothers were 5%ers. But even they, right? Even they took their pursuit of knowledge much further. Right? And it was these, like I said, it was these two individuals that introduced me to the Moorish movement. Now, the summer of 91, right? The summer of 91, my good brother, because we thought up until that point in time, the summer of 91, my good brother Forrest, aka DJ, world famous DJ Forrest Get 'em Gump, original Rock Steady crew at one point, right? He and I, right, were kind of like, we felt like at the time, that's what it was. We felt like our brother Nakeem was kind of dangling more of science in front of us, right? That's kind of how we felt at the time. We did. We was young, half a hot shots, right? And so summer 91, he calls me because he's got family in Cleveland, Ohio. Right?
Yes, sir.
And so that was CM Bey's headquarters, was Cleveland, Ohio. So he's got family there. So he called me from Cleveland that summer and said, man, we don't got to wait on Nakeem. I just found one of CM Bey's students right here who has an institute. Man, I was on the next thing smoking to Cleveland, Ohio. That's how that happened. Now, guess who was in the class, bro?
Oh.
Now, this is one of those things that some of y'all have never heard before, but you're about to hear it now. Guess who was in that class? The late J. Johnson Bey was running the class, but there are other people there. There was another brother by the name of Daryl Thompson Bey. He's passed. And another brother by the name of P. King Bey. That's my brother. My brother. Right? P. King Bey is a member of Temple Number 7 now, Moorish Science Temple of America, but under the leadership of Grand Sheikah's sister, D. Banks Bey. Right? Sister Banks Bey is the niece of brother R. Marcus Bey, the late R. Marcus Bey. R. Marcus Bey was the only student of CM Bey that stayed in the temple. I'm going to talk more about R. Marcus Bey later. But he was the only student of CM Bey that actually stayed in the temple. He didn't leave.
Wow.
But we're going to get back to him. So, at one point, the late J. Johnson Bey pulls me and my brother Forrest to the side and says, yeah, we got this sister here. I want to introduce you. We're like, all right, what's so special about this sister? Listen to what he said, brother and audience. He said, this sister, her whole family has been fighting. It's a family thing with her family. They've been fighting the federal government for about a generation or more.
Mm.
for the Louisiana Purchase.
Mm.
And they're coming to us because they want our help. They figure Moorish history and Moorish science is going to strengthen their position. And I remember our response, because like I said, we was young, half of hot shots, you know. So we looked at him like, Louisiana Purchase? I thought we owned the whole America. Why you just want to go after Louisiana? So we was being smart Alex, right?
Yeah.
But you know who the sister was, right?
Okay, I know who she was, but tell the audience.
Sister Tiara Vertice Gostin Ilbay, a.k.a. the Empress of the Washito. She ain't know nothing about nothing Moorish until the summer of 91.
Mm.
And that's the truth. And that's the truth. She was in the
Mm.
same class we were in.
Mm. I seen I seen that picture of that older sister with the fez on.
Yep.
I
That
think
was years later.
she had Islam on her demonstration.
Mm-hmm. That was years later. Years later, like around 93, 94, was when she started to propagate this whole story that, you know, they were always Moorish and they always knew they were Moorish. But the truth of the matter is she learned about Moorish history from the late J. Johnson Bey and the late Daryl Thompson Bey and my brother P. King Bey.
Mm.
That's the truth. We were there.
Mm.
We were there.
Ooh.
And it
That's
wasn't
the
just
fact.
me.
You know, that's some history right there, bro. I mean,
It's a fact.
and,
That's the fact.
and she's legendary.
Absolutely.
She's legendary, the
Absolutely.
Empress.
That's right. Right. So that was my start.
Mm.
You know, and you know, of course, you know, they had a course. They had a course that you had to go through, and then a test. And you had to take the test. And if you pass, then they gave you this lesson series. They gave you this tax card, and they gave you a nationality card. We call it it's a 5-symbol card. We called it, and they gave you CM Bey's literature, Clock of Destiny 1 and 2, and the legal guide and their Zodiac Constitution.
Mm.
Now, I have to say this, but also too, they had continuing studies. They had continuing studies. Like in the Moorish American Institute, they would also teach the first 3 degrees. They would teach Blue Lodge Freemasonry after that.
Mm.
That's what they did, yes. So this is what I have to say that we didn't understand then that we understand now about CM Bey's work. CM Bey was not trying to do the same thing that Prophet Drew Ali did in terms of build a grand, big organization, a movement. He wasn't doing that. CM Bey's work, especially his literature, CM Bey's literature, Clock of Destiny 1 and 2, was written specifically for Asiatic initiated Freemasons and Eastern Stars. It was not for the uninitiated. See? His literature was not for the uninitiated. It was for Freemasons and Eastern Stars.
Mm.
And there are a number of reasons for that. But before we even get into the reasons, right? The presumption is that you came in knowing certain specific things. So when you read that literature, you would see things that people who had not been initiated, passed, and raised wouldn't see. Right?
Mm-hmm.
There's certain things that, okay, as an initiated Freemason or Eastern Star, you would recognize that other people wouldn't recognize.
Absolutely.
All right. Here's the other thing. I'm just going to jump right into it. We were under the impression that the Moorish movement was anti-establishment.
Mm.
that it touted that we were separate from the United States and not citizens.
Ooh.
And it wasn't hard. Two reasons why it wasn't hard to take the material or the direction that way. One, that's all of us. We grew up in a society where socially we are what? Second class.
Yeah.
It's very easy to believe that you're not a part. You're not part, as we say, part and parcel of this said government. It's very easy to believe that because of the social condition that we have in
That you're
America.
without power.
All right. Secondly, when you're reading CM Bey's legal guide, right, and Zodiac Constitution, it's a literal challenge of legal authority. You see?
Mm.
So so that's how. So of course you put those two together. We're thinking, oh, we're basically supposed to bang on the system with this. See what I'm saying? And so that's what we did. And then further, what else did we do? We sought out like ideologies. Understand? We sought out ideologies that coincided with our misunderstanding. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
That's what we did. We sought out ideologies and things like that that fit our misunderstanding. And what ideologies fit our misunderstanding? The European sovereign citizen movement.
Mm.
So I was part of the push that made in the minds of many people sovereign citizen ideology synonymous with Moorish American identity.
Mm.
See? Yeah, I was a part of that push. But see, there was other things that we didn't know about CM Bey's work that we didn't know and we weren't told and we didn't have in our possession that I happen to have now, like CM Bey's unpublished literature. See?
Mm-hmm.
We have his unpublished literature now,
Yes.
but back then we didn't have it. See?
Mm.
His legal, follow me, this one of the things that I'm paraphrasing in his unpublished literature that went out to members of his order. So the purpose for this legal stuff, first and foremost, was for legal defense for civil issues. You hear what I'm telling you?
Legal defense for
For
civil.
civil, because the purpose of this knowledge for them and the forming of the Clock of Destiny order was to build kind of like a Moorish American talented 10th. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like a Moorish American elitist group, so to speak. And specifically for the purpose of building business enterprise. That was the primary purpose, to elevate the social and economic status. That was the purpose. What did we do?
Y'all they hear you give you an inch, y'all took a mile. Y'all took a whole.
You already know what we was doing. Let's just say it wasn't civil.
Civilized at all.
Yeah, it wasn't civilized, but it was I'm talking from a legal perspective, it wasn't civil. So if it ain't civil, it's all right. So we wasn't using terms illegal, like right.
You was committing
crimes. Terms like complainant and respondent. It was terms like plaintiff and all right. Yeah, we was acting up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We was really acting up. But we thought that's what we thought.
Hey, yo, bro. What did you say? You was riding around with the trucks with no plates on it?
Oh yeah, I did tell you about that. See, that's the other thing too. We're talking 1991. Wasn't no internet like that. It definitely wasn't no social media.
Mm-mm.
So you really had to be outside with the demonstration. Like you really had to be outside. And this is 2026, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's people in Syracuse and the surrounding area to this day that'll tell you, yeah, that brother Sharif was running around with a big redneck looking black Ford F-150 with no plates and no registration. He had some crazy looking thing that looked like a plate in the back, sitting on the back window.
Mm.
They remember. Yeah. The courts remember too. Yeah. We was acting up, bro. We was real. But again, we thought that this is what it was. We thought this is the Moorish movement. This is what we at. This is where we're at. You know?
So y'all was riding them demos and just ride up on the police like.
Well, here's the thing. We wasn't taunting them. That came later with some other people. It did. We weren't taunting them. We were just on. We really believed, brother. I think that's the only reason. No lie. And I'm going to tell details. I think that's the only reason that I'm still breathing. I'm still on this side of the grass. That's the truth. I think the only reason is that we were 100% sincere. We really thought that this is the way it was supposed to go. We weren't doing it to try to just get out of, drug charges or weed charges or gun charges. That's not why we were doing it.
Y'all honestly believe this is how it's supposed
we
to
really
be.
thought that, no, this is what we're supposed to do. This is fight the power. Let's go. And in retrospect, you know how it is. When you was young in the streets, you did a whole bunch of stuff that nowadays you'd be like, there ain't no way.
Yeah.
Because you know better now.
Yes, sir.
Same, bro. Same. Stuff that we did back then, man, I'm like, oh. Like for real. It was bad. It was bad.
I was bugging. You was
our
tweaking.
Sincerity kept us breathing. And the fact that we're talking the early 90s, so the courts and law enforcement were caught off guard. It wasn't that we were right. It was, we just knew a little more than they did at that time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? All right.
Yes, sir.
And notice when I'm talking about right or wrong, I'm talking about our misunderstanding of CM Bey's teachings, not talking about CM Bey himself per se. See? Mm-hmm. I'm talking about our misunderstanding of CM Bey's work.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So our misunderstanding, the only reason I believe we're still breathing is because we were sincere. But trust me, we followed our misunderstanding, bro.
Almost
100%, bro. 100%. Like 100%. We, bro.
Crashing out. Y'all was crashing out.
But listen. Ask Ishmael Bey. He was around.
He hit the chat. Islam to Ishmael Bey. He hit the chat.
Ask Ishmael. Ish was around. Matter of fact, it wasn't just Ish was around, bro. Ish was on some of those missions. Word is bond. He could tell you. We was acting.
Yes,
matter of fact, I ain't even gonna go into the details, but I gotta share it. Sorry, Ish, I gotta share it. There was one incident where a family member of Ishmael had a particular issue, and Ish called me up and said, "Hey, and I'm like, yep. No problem." And we showed up on the scene and had to do some things. And when and because we had to do some things, the police showed up. And it was just me and Ish versus the cops. It wasn't no physical nothing. It didn't get crazy, but I can tell you what didn't happen. We didn't go to jail that night. That I can tell you.
What they call it, standing on your square?
Yeah, whatever you want to call it. We won't be doing that again, but I can tell you.
It That boy said, I ain't crazy no more. You know what I'm saying? I ain't crazy no more.
But yeah, this is all lived experience. You know what I mean? Yeah, this is all lived experience. This is stuff that we did. You know?
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
now back on, let's talk about CM Bey. Right? There's the thought that CM Bey was a student of Prophet Drew Ali and that he was one of Drew Ali's top adepts and this, that, and the third, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's pushed in some circles. I personally, this is just me personally. Personally, I don't believe that that's true. It could be, but I don't know. Right? Because the next thing, if you accept that, then it's a much easier accept to say that what CM Bey taught is knowledge that came out of the AC of the MSTFA. And no.
Not at all.
No. Nope. Nope. Now what I'm saying, that what I just said just there, they rub some people the wrong way.
Nope.
It may rub some people the wrong way.
Nope.
But now let's talk about our brother, the late R. Marcus Bey. Very important character. Real quick, I want to segue for a second to talk about him. But R. Marcus Bey was significant, like I said before, because he was the only, to my knowledge, it may have been others, but to my knowledge, he was the only student of CM Bey that stayed in the temple. That stayed in the temple. Okay? Now, that caused problems for him. One of the problems it caused, and this came out of his own mouth, they kept him out of the chamber for 22 years, brother.
What? I mean, I understand. Boy, I can understand.
You know what I'm telling you?
Yeah.
How could he be a top student of the prophet if they kept him out of the chamber until not only until the prophet passed, but to those that were around during the prophet passed? See?
And he was around those who were with the prophet.
Yes. Yes. I mean, okay. What you just said, significant. Side note. Prophet Drew Ali's first wife, Sister Pearl Drew Ali, right? After the prophet put her aside, her membership transferred from Temple number 1 to Temple number 9. She was a member of Temple number 9 until she passed away in 1994. We still have members that knew her, that could give you conversations that they had with her. Still. See? So yes, CM Bey was around those that walked with the prophet. And yet and still, they kept him out of the adept chamber of the Moorish Science Temple of America until they passed away. So you see why I have the issue with the idea that he was one of the top adept students of the prophet. How, when he wasn't even in the chamber? You see my point? Okay.
Yeah.
Does that mean he didn't know some things? And does that mean that what he taught isn't beneficial or there's no part of it? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Now, mind you, I have to share this. So initially, I thought, just having his literature was enough. I could read. I got comprehension. So I figured just because I could listen close, people, I figured just because I could read,
recognize words,
I would know what he's talking about. Y'all heard what I just said? I figured just because I could read, I would know what he's talking about.
And it's quite interesting. And so it's quite interesting that I say a perspective of the word read is to discern or to be able to decode or decipher what's
Watch this.
being.
I'm gonna use this example, brother, and you know this example very well because you're a fighter.
Mm-hmm.
More specifically, a boxer.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet science.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, I teach you it, or you teach me. Mm-hmm. Let's say I have no fight experience really.
Mm-hmm.
You teach me the jab.
Mm-hmm.
Teach me the jab. Okay, I can do the jab. Am I ready to fight with it?
No.
What else do I have to do, brother?
You gotta train it.
Now, what does that involve? Tell me.
Repetition, over and over and over again. It's like using the hammer, driving the truth home to the part of every part.
Then after that, what do I got to do? I got to hit something.
You got to hit something, and you got to get swung at.
So you just named 3 aspects. One, there's repetition to sharpen the tool itself. So what now? Now I got a tool. So what? Do I know the knowing of its use? Now I need to hit things. I need to know what it's like to hit and be accurate. Hit the mitts, hit the heavy bag, which is 2 different ways of striking. The heavy bag ain't the same as the mitt, as you know, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Then I got to get in there with another moving body. And I got to be able to apply it on somebody
have your feet together.
Unwilling.
Mm-hmm.
Uncooperative. Get it? So what? I got the tool. Mm-hmm. Do I have the context, or can I create the context with the tool where the tool is useful? Mm-hmm. This is what we mean. Somebody just reading stuff, that's just like me just acquiring a tool. So here's a great example. Watch this. This page, Clock of Destiny 1, page number 10. I'm going to read it. Hold on. Oh, no, was it? No, I'm sorry. That's the wrong page. Hold on. There it is. Page 15. Listen close. The selfish act of the amalgamated Muslims brought shame upon the order of Islam. Had not the selfish Muslims of the order of Islam established the superstitious religious system contrary to the universal economic and social science, as shown in the 12 signs of the zodiac and mathematics, there would have been no superstitious religious order of Christ and Mary. What does that sound like he's saying? It sounds like he's saying that Catholicism came from Islam.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And not just Islam in general, but more specifically, Islamic superstition, Islamic dogmatism. You hear what I'm saying? So I'm using myself as an example. When I first got this literature in the 90s, that's exactly what I thought. And I wasn't the only one. So what conclusions do I get? Religion is bad. Science over religion. Right?
Yep.
And that religion, from our perspective, gave rise to the Catholic Church, which then further subjugated us. So we birthed our own devil, so to speak, through religion. Okay.
Boy, ooh.
You already see where this is going, don't you?
That's a mean way to think, boy.
Especially if you say you're a follower and student of Prophet Noble Drew Ali.
Mm-hmm.
What is our religion? Islam. Okay. See? Was he saying it just to say offhand and, oh, well, just, yeah, that was our religion, but we don't follow it?
No,
You see what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Right. But so you see the issues here.
Yes, sir.
Okay. At a particular, I'm using myself as the example. At a particular point in time in my experiences, I would read this again and go, this doesn't jive with history as I know it. This does not jive with history as I know it. Prophet Muhammad came after Emperor Constantine and the Council of Nicaea, which birthed the Roman Catholic Church.
Whoa.
So when I brought that up to some people, other people that were followers of this same stuff and had the same frame of mind as I did, know what they said? Yeah, that's revised European history. Don't trust the history books.
Mm.
Well, that didn't sit that well with me either. You know why that didn't sit well with me? Because
Right.
if there's no points of reference, then what you're basically saying is just believe CM Bey.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you say you're a student of the Prophet said, get a good European education and I can use you. Start to see the issues here?
Yes, sir.
So at a particular point, I said, you know what? I ain't dealing with none of this stuff. This is some hocus pocus make-believe stuff. I'm talking about CM Bey's work. Because my whole thing is, if I can't, truth is but one. If there's no way to verify it, other than, no, this is hush, hush, quiet, this is kept secret society knowledge, and this is taught in the Masonic lodges, and this is taught in the da-da-da-da-da. Huh?
That's not
How
good.
can I use it to aid and to uplift people? How can I use it to uplift myself?
In the public.
Right. See, we don't live in secret. We live, okay, get it?
Yeah.
So after a while, I said, man, I throw that whole thing away. Man, get out of here with that, right? Now follow me, people. Years later, I learned more about history.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Matter of fact, shout out to my brother, Dr. Wesley Muhammad, in his book on Black Arabia, where he goes into the late Umayyad period, because it was the late Umayyads that went up into Spain and civilized Spain. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now follow me. Dr. Wesley Muhammad called the Umayyads a Black Power Islamic group. That's what he called them. Why? Why? Because they were just into themselves and promoting through Islam. And it was through the Umayyads. Listen close, audience. It was through the Umayyads in Spain that all the scientific and medical and cultural advances were made.
Mm.
Hence, what did CM Bey say? Had not the selfish Muslims of the Order of Islam established a superstitious religious system contrary to the universal economic and social sciences shown in the 12 signs of zodiac and mathematics. Boom. He was speaking about the Umayyads early on. And then later, the Abbasids. The Abbasids started to mingle with the Christians. The Abbasids started to interbreed. Under the Abbasids, the Moroccan Empire began to become fractionalized and split into separate kingdoms that they called taifas.
Mm-hmm. Caliphates.
Right. And they started to fight amongst each other.
Mm.
That is why he called them, CM Bey said, the selfish act of the what? Amalgamated Muslims. See? And what they begin to do is utilize the letter of the law regarding Islam to subjugate and oppress.
Just like Jesus said they did with the Ten Commandments.
You got it. So were we really talking here when we look at the actual history? Are you really talking about, okay, anti-religious Moors that just focused on science and then later religious Moors corrupted it? No. Why? First and foremost, we know in the medieval era and pre-colonial era, there was no argument between religion and science. Matter of fact, there was no separation between religion and science. It was the Egyptian priesthood that had the knowledge of pyramid building. All right. See, that whole thing of religion and science are incompatible is a Euro-Western idea, not an Islamic idea.
That's why we had the Moorish Science Temple of America.
But what do we teach? Islamism.
Yeah.
So it's not a matter of one group didn't practice Islam and the other group did. It's not a matter of one group didn't practice religion and other group did. It's how they practice their religion. You get it? So let's finish the statement again. Had not the selfish Muslims of the Order of Islam established a superstitious religious system contrary to the universal economic and social science as shown in the 12 signs of the zodiac and mathematics, there would have been no superstitious religious order of Christ and Mary. Okay, guess what? In the year 1442, during the Abbasid period, there was something going on at that time called the Reconquista, meaning the Pale Europeans trying to retake Spain from our forefathers. The Portuguese, matter of fact, the very first papal bull that authorized African transatlantic slave trading was signed in 1442. Ilias Que Se Pro Divini by Pope Eugene IV. And it authorized a particular military order from Portugal to begin raids on the west coast of Africa. Guess what the name of this order was? You ready, bro? The Order of Mary and Christ. Now we know exactly what CM Bey was talking about, but if you don't have the contextual historical knowledge, you are so far off the beaten path.
Well, that's mean.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You're so far. If you don't know, there you go. See?
Just by the name, I could tell that it was something. You know. I guess by hearing the history, I could tell it was something going on in Spain. Just by the name of the Order of Mary and Christ.
Bro, we sow and reap in a scanty way. We were treating the Clock of Destiny or the book's Clock of Destiny like some secret behind the scenes ritual book. See? Of secret knowledge. Is it speaking about hidden history? Yes. But you got to have the context. You got to have the context. If you don't got the context, in other words, if you're not well-read, people. If you're not well-read.
And that also means to take charge of the English language too, man.
You got it, brother. You got it. You got it. You know? Okay, watch this. So, shout out to my brother Nakeem because he shared this as well. Now, this is really interesting. So one of the things that you hear about in the Moorish movement in general, and not just the Moorish movement, but now it's a part of the whole quote unquote, indigenous movement, right? That East is West and West is East. That all the stuff that the European history says happened over there across the ocean actually happened here. I'm sure
Yeah.
you've heard that type of stuff, right?
Oh yeah, brother. You know I have.
Okay. Is there truth to that? Now, of course, there's people that will unequivocally say yes. Here's the problem. Here's the problem. We still have not addressed how we think. So there's two issues: how we think, our state of mind, and narrative. Narrative is more important than the data or info.
Yeah.
And how we think has been determined by our socialization into a particular narrative. So here's one of the issues in our way of thinking. We think extremes. Now, you know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you've been initiated, past, raised. You know the 47 problem of Euclid. And to just oversimplify, the solution to any problem is always found in the center.
The resolution of yeah. The
Always
resolution.
found in the center, right? All right. That said, our problem, we think like, with the European psychology, it's got to be either or.
The only way you win the debate is if you agree.
There you go, brother. Instead of both and.
Mm-hmm.
So let's take the prophet's teaching. Chapter 47, Egypt, the capital empire of the dominions of Africa. Instruction 7. Their dominion and inhabitation extended from northeast and southwest Africa across the great Atlantis, even into the present North, South, Central America, also Mexico and the Atlantis Islands, before the great earthquake, which caused the great Atlantic Ocean. But what does that tell you, people? Does that say either or both and?
Both and. Both and.
There you go.
Because it was cross-pollination the whole time.
How about
before
that?
Before there was a great body of water to separate the two landmasses.
Or watch this. There was still the body of water. It just wasn't the same as it is today.
It wasn't as big.
See that?
It wasn't an ocean.
See? So there, so there's changes, but my point being, though, still, like you put it out, as you said, there was cross-pollination, cross-cultural pollination and interaction for over 10,000 years.
Mm-hmm.
And we have proof, right?
Mm-hmm.
A number of decades ago, when they created or invented hair follicle testing, and they did it on the pharaohs and some other Egyptian mummies, and found what? Remnants of what? Cocaine and tobacco. Only places you can get it.
Man.
That doesn't mean it happened over there or over here and not over there. It means that both sides were connected. That's what it means. Our thinking is wrong. How did Jesus say in our Quran? Your thoughts
are wrong.
So those of us that get into the whole, well, it didn't happen over there, it happened over here. Some things maybe, but all things absolutely not.
Yeah.
Both. Both and, not either or. So we're not going to get, because guess what that does? That gets you locked into a particular place where, guess what? You can't talk about this stuff except in the four walls of your location.
Yeah. And then what it also does, just to camelback what you just said, you come on, man. Talking like that in that particular manner, taking it from that perspective, man, you basically detaching yourself from the whole Asiatic nation.
You further othered yourself.
Yes, sir.
When the teachings of nationality are to return us to the human family, no more othering.
Yeah.
But what do? Other ourselves further. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah.
Even in the path of wisdom, toileth after folly. See? Here, I'll give another example. Page 45, Clock of Destiny. The era, listen to this, the era of the great battle on the Gulf of Mexico between the Muslims and the Christians. So if you just read that right off top, what are you thinking? You're thinking, wow, there was a battle between Moors and Christians. in the Gulf of Mexico. And but now think about the imagery that's in your head now. Now, how are you going to go research? You're going to be looking for fezzes and turbans fighting. Come on. Or you're going to be looking for some book that says Muslims fought Christians on the Gulf of Mexico. Let me continue. 1585 Christian calendar year, the era which resulted in the destruction of the Moorish fleet and fort in the Gulf of Mexico, and the land of flowers, known today as Florida, and the island of Isabela, known today as Cuba. 1646 Christian calendar year, equivalent to 1066 Moorish calendar year, the era of the onward rush of vandalism. That is, burning Moorish cities and destroying everything else in the category of Moorish culture and design. But if you don't know how to research, and if you don't understand the historical context, you will not be able to make heads or tails out of this. And you will just say, this is just something that they hid, and I know it's real because CM Bey said it, and that's as far as you'll ever be able to go. So let's give some context, people. You know what's being talked about here? There was a Spanish Inquisition. We know that. We know where the Spanish Inquisition took place, don't we?
Yeah.
Now you'll have some of the hardcore people, CM Bey types, that'll say, no, it didn't happen over there. It all happened here, right? Bro, until you realize, follow me, again, context, right? Context. The majority, I'm talking territorial. Matter of fact, you might be able to put this slide up. I'm going to send you a slide, but I'm going to keep talking.
Yeah, keep talking. Hold on.
The majority.
I'm going to turn my camera off, but I'm still with you.
Sure. Territorially speaking, up until the 1800s, people. Territorial America, right? American continent. The majority of it was owned and ruled by Spain all the way up until the 1800s. I'm talking about Florida, the Gulf of Mexico, Central America, parts of South America, the southern states, Texas, California, Arizona, Nevada. It's the truth. So think about it. I just want you to think of just the implications of that, right? If all of that area was called New Spain, because it was, we're talking from the early 1500s all the way to the 1800s.
Yeah.
All that was called New Spain, people.
Yes, sir.
And Spain was ruled for nearly 800 years by an African Islamic power. That's history too. And now you know why Western world history from the Western perspective, they always gloss over Spanish colonization of the Americas. Now you know why. Now you know why. They always gloss over that. But they gloss over it because it demonstrates, just that fact demonstrates what? That you were here. That we were here. And there. Okay, that's it. Now let's go back. 1585 Christian calendar year, the era which resulted in the destruction of the Moorish fleet and fort in the Gulf of Mexico. What was that called? That's called the Franco-Spanish War, people. Look it up. Wait a minute. Brother Sharif, you've actually shown evidence that the Inquisition also took place here. Yes. Mexico City. Guess what the history books call it? The Mexican Inquisition. Oh, you didn't know that? Right. Yes. The Mexican Inquisition.
It was the same Inquisition, but they just
Same, just on the other side of the
yeah.
pond, bro.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Look up the name Alexo de Castro. Yeah. In other words, guess what? There's what's called, I mean, it's not easy to find information on this, but there was a crypto Muslim diaspora in New Spain.
A diaspora that was underground with their Islam.
Moors. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
What they were doing, what were they doing? In the public they were Christian and under behind walls and
Bingo.
they were mob.
Bingo.
They
See?
veiled their religion.
They veiled their religion. But many didn't.
Mm.
Yeah. Many didn't veil it, bro.
How was they crypto with it then?
Well, those that didn't veil it weren't crypto.
Oh, they got murdered and chased out of here.
They were persecuted, brother, and ruthlessly hunted down. Many of them, you already know what they did. They blended with the native population. They joined forces that, like, for instance, the Seminoles. Where did that take place? Florida.
Mm.
See?
Mm.
So my point being is this. Now I can look at CM Bey's work because guess what? I have some rudiments of study or scholarly methodology. And I'm not treating his stuff like it's some secret ritual book that we can only speak about in whispers.
Mm.
Because if that was the case, none of this stuff would be useful.
Right, exact.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, exact.
And nothing I said or showed just now goes against Prophet Drew Ali's teaching, does it?
Not one thing.
Are there things in his literature that would go against it? Yes.
But not what you just read.
Nope. See? There you go. Now, my brother, I got to shout out my brother Nakeem. Nakeem had revealed years ago, he was told by some of the elders in that whole CM Bey line, right? That at one point CM Bey was involved with some order that came out of the Catholic Church. Okay?
Honest gratitude for the super chat.
And in that order, they spoke about some secret history.
Mm.
So when you hear CM Bey's literature, follow me on this, where he talks about experiments, genetic experiments taking place in the Yucatan Peninsula, in the Yucatan, in universities, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now that right there, that sounds interesting. Like, whoa, okay. That's interesting, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Can we find any evidence to such a thing? Yes, we can.
Mm. Demonstrate more.
Hold on just a second. All right, I sent you that slide from New Spain. All right. Everybody in the audience, I challenge you on this. Go to Google and look up this term, these two words. Father, 3 words. Father Crespi, Crespi, collection. Just look those 3 words up.
Mm-hmm.
You looking it up, bro?
Say it one more time. Father
Father Crespi, Crespi. Father Crespi collection.
collection. Father Carlo Crespi was a priest in Ecuador who collected thousands of archaeological artifacts, some of which were said to be out of place and extraterrestrial. The collection's whereabouts and authenticity are disputed.
Go to images.
Images. Okay.
Look at those images.
Hold up. Dang, I can't. It's my jump.
Egyptian and Mesopotamian. Right. Egyptian and Mesopotamian. But guess what? But where? Ecuador.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
remember, Father Crespi was what? Catholic priest.
Mm. So what was he talking about? Genetic experiments.
Oh, no, some of the books.
Yeah.
Oh, CM Bey. No, CM Bey spoke to that. So
Uh-huh.
CM Bey, in his literature, when he talks about, for instance, CM Bey, this is interesting too. CM Bey literature references Yakub and his experiments.
Mm. Mm.
Yep. Yep. But he
Mm.
says they took place here.
Whoa.
That's what he says. Now,
Whoa.
in terms of the prophet's teaching, do we touch that? Nope.
No.
Nope. But what I'm doing, again, is applying some due diligence, right?
Mm-hmm.
And not doing the religious dogmatic thing, which many
this.
people who follow CM Bey's teachings do.
Mm-hmm.
They say we don't do religion, but they're very dogmatic, religiously dogmatic with CM Bey's literature. See? Yeah. So we don't do that. So, okay. According to CM Bey, X, Y, and Z took place over here, specifically in the Yucatan region. All right, let me look. And lo and behold, we find stuff like Father Crespi's collection. We find stuff like what I'm about to send you right now. Give me a second.
CM Bey had teachings on Niagara Falls too.
Yes.
That's Ish said that.
Yes. Okay. See, it's starting trouble. So let's go there. I already know what this is talking about. So CM Bey's teaching talks about a naval battle that took place off of the coast of where Erie, Pennsylvania is. Right?
Lake Erie.
So, and this is just an interesting point of information. According to R. Marcus Bey, R. Marcus Bey shared this, and it's a very sought after collection of tapes, of an audio tapes of a meeting that took place with officials of the Moorish Science of America. R. Marcus Bey was there, and he ended up commandeering the whole meeting. And basically, what he was talking about was what he learned from CM Bey. I've had them for a long time. I've had those tapes for a long time. Anyway,
you got to play them one day.
He mentions in that conversation, he says, we don't say okay, because okay is okay, you know about that, which allegedly means kill them all, and that was the signal for them to behead a bunch of Moorish women. Right? Right. So, interestingly, if you're driving, let's say from Syracuse, New York to Cleveland, Ohio, you got to drive through Erie, Pennsylvania. There's a town near Erie, Pennsylvania called Moore's Headsville.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah. Yes, there is.
Oh.
Yep.
Moore's Headsville.
Moore's Headsville.
Let you know what was happening around that part.
Yeah. So that's pretty interesting. You know, that's interesting. And it ties into Frank Joseph's research that you and I have spoken about before, about where in the Mediterranean during the Bronze Age they got the copper to make all that bronze, when none of that existed in the Mediterranean at that time. And carbon dating has demonstrated that off the coast of Lake Michigan, there were ancient copper mines that were putting out huge amounts of copper at the exact same time as the Great Mediterranean Bronze Age. And they stopped operating at the exact same time that the Bronze Age ended.
This is very interesting.
Yes.
So they stopped kicking out the bronze, and that ended the Bronze Age.
Yes.
Wonder why they stopped kicking out the bronze.
Yeah, that's a good question. That's a good, well, according to the records, there was an environmental disaster that made parts of the Atlantic unnavigable. Yep. Interesting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make you bring the science of periodization definitely into the forefront of your mind.
Correct.
Because you know, periodization is the science of charting and measuring time by events.
Correct. Correct. So I'm about to send you.
Hold on. You said you sent me a slide, didn't you?
Yeah, I sent you the slide. Go ahead.
Where you send it to? My
text.
email?
I text to your phone.
Okay. Yeah.
You see the slide?
Okay. Yeah.
If you could pull it up. I also sent you a website that I want you to pull up. And while you're pulling all that up, I'm going to pull up. This is one of my favorite references, guys. Look at this book.
Mysteries of the Mexican Pyramids.
By Peter Tompkins.
I got that PDF. Yep,
so remember,
that's a heavy joint. Hey, is that does that website have copyright material?
Oh, good question. Well, I mean, I don't think the pictures are copyrighted because they're public.
Okay.
So I just want people to see the pictures on the website.
Okay.
But yeah, while you pull up that slide, remember I had mentioned before that my good brother CM Bey said that CM Bey learned a lot from some Catholic priests, right? A lot of that, some history.
Yes, sir.
So let me read you. This is Thomas Gage. Thomas Gage was an Englishman, but he managed to visit Mexico as a Dominican friar. Catholic of the Jesuits. A student, listen to this, a student of the Jesuits and the Dominicans in both France and Spain, he could pass for a Spaniard and was therefore able to do missionary work in Central America between 1627 and 1637. Right?
Yes, sir.
Gage was most struck in Mexico City by the women, the apparel, the houses, and the streets. He noted that almost half the population of the city sported coaches, many of which exceeded in cost the best of the court of Madrid and other parts of Christendom. This is going to mess you up, what I'm about to read right now. Gage found the men and women excessive in their apparel. This is a quote from Gage. The attire of this baser sort of people of blackamoors and mulattoes is so light and their carriage so enticing that many Spaniards, even of the better sort, disdain their wives for them.
Whoa.
Let me show you the picture.
Whoa. Hold on, let me go back here. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa. Hold on,
Interesting, right?
Yes, sir. Let me share my screen. That's the way I'm going to have to do that.
Go ahead.
Share screen. We're going to go here. We're going to go share. All right. We sharing.
Yeah. From 1492 to 1898, people, everything in yellow, that's New Spain. Ain't that something? Everything in yellow is New Spain. You see it? You see the amount of territory Spain had.
Yes, sir. I'm trying to find this joint. I'm looking through this link where we can find these pictures.
Or if you need, I can send you individual pics.
Yeah, send me individual pics. Right.
All right. Yep. I'll send you individual pics.
God almighty. That's a lot of space, bro.
Isn't it, brother?
Pennies on a dollar. That's what Ray Fox said.
Yeah.
Pennies on a dollar.
Yeah. That's how big Spanish territories in the Americas were all the way up to 1898. Ain't that something? Crazy.
Whoa. That's serious. Hey, yo, don't keep it real with you though. CM Bey, he did speak. He was speaking on some things, beloved.
Well, again, see, now let's go back to CM Bey's objective. CM Bey's objective was to build, there we go. CM Bey's objective was to build like a Moorish American talented 10th. See? Like a Moorish American Boulay. A Moorish American elite. That's what he was trying to do. He wasn't trying to build some huge, gigantic organization. See? Yeah. He was going after, and again, I'll revisit, going specifically after Freemasons and Eastern Stars. Why? They understood governmental structure. They understood order. See? Yeah. That's it.
You sent the pictures?
No. I'm pulling them up right now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm pulling up pictures right now.
Peace to the chat.
Oh man.
Uh-oh.
So they got videos. Let me see if I can pull up some. There we go.
Good morning, angels. Good morning, Charlie.
Yeah, they got videos, bro. I don't know if I'm able to. I can send you links. Hold on. Let me send you this one.
Peace
All
to
right,
the chat.
I just sent it to you.
Free 9149. Desiree Fox, Islam. Ishmael Bey, Islam. Internet Rec Room, Islam. Vash Bey, Islam. NYP Talk Show, Islam. Rising Reels, Islam. The Adept More 7, Islam. Scooby 5, Islam. Islam. We see you in the building. We see y'all in the building. What we got, Sharif?
You see it?
Let me see it. Okay, yeah, I do.
I'm gonna send you another one too.
I'm gonna take pictures of that demonstration.
Okay, and now let me tell everybody what they're about to look at. Back in 2014, 2015, a number of countries, including South American countries, including Brazil and Mexico, those governments opened up their secret UFO files. And so there's sites like this. There's other ones too. There's other ones that are now able to openly talk about what they're pulling out of the ground in Mexico, in Tula and in Hidalgo, in Jalisco, in Mexico. They're pulling out of the ground not only stuff like Father Crespi stuff that show a link between Sumerian, which would be ancient Canaanite, right? Ancient Egyptian, Phoenician connections, right? But also so-called quote-unquote alien connections too. And they're pulling this stuff out of the ground daily. You able to put that up, brother?
I got it pulled out now.
Perfect.
Yes, sir. Oh man.
Isn't it crazy?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, they need to see this. What is
I'm gonna send you this one, bro. I'm gonna send you this one.
Just look like some. I screenshotted it, so.
Yes, sir.
Yo, this is wild.
Isn't it crazy?
Yeah, bro. This is wild. Well, you know what this implies?
Exactly.
Hold on, chat. I got y'all. I just didn't want to play this joint and mess up the, Yo, this is crazy. This is absolutely bonkers.
Brother, they're digging this stuff up out of the ground in Mexico and Central America daily right now.
This is crazy.
Shout out to my brother Kells in the Chi-Town. He just, yeah.
Yo. Hey, Reef, you be doing too much, B. What the hell is this? It make you ask, what is this? Like, yo, what is this? I'm finna show it to him. Hold on, chat. I'm getting the pictures right for you so I can show them all to you because I had to screenshot some things to make sure we didn't violate our YouTube policy. I got
Right.
you. Just hold on. I got you. You're gonna make sure you get this. Make sure you get this. All right. You're gonna make sure you get this. We're gonna let Reef explain what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully my screenshots ain't whack. All right.
Go ahead.
Let me send these demonstrations. Let me send these demonstrations on off to the phone. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Sending them off now. Yeah. All
I'm
right.
taking I'm taking some stills too that I'm gonna shoot to you as well
Okay.
too.
All right. You're gonna refresh this. You got them coming now. This demonstration better come on.
It's popping up.
Yeah, I got it now from
All
my
right.
end. All right. You sent me some too, right?
I'm about to. I just took a couple.
All right. Okay. All right. Let me share my screen.
Good.
All right, chat. Here we go. We got y'all right now. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let me share my screen. Share screen. Share screen. Share screen. Yeah, share. All right. Here we go, Reef.
Yeah. Can you make it bigger for them to see?
Yeah.
Yeah, people. That's a handheld statue of Anubis.
I knew that's what it was. I knew that's what it was, people.
And one of the things that the researchers, because they're not just pulling this stuff out of the ground and taking pictures of it and putting it in some museum, they're actually doing research, X-ray stuff, all kinds of stuff, right? So
Mm-hmm.
it looks like show another one, show another one, another. There you go. Yep, and another one,
Mm-hmm.
show another one. Yeah, that's the base that it sits on.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's like these. I don't know if those are stone or metal balls that are in there. But yo,
Mm-hmm.
listen, some of these artifacts have piezoelectric effect. Like lights come on, bro.
Yeah, it did. Well, that did. I wish I could have. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the video. Yeah.
Oh, you saw that one where the lights were coming on the thing, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Crazy. Crazy.
Look at the inscriptions on it. They go
Yeah.
Anubis again
Yeah.
on the inscription.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Ain't that something?
Whoa. And they pulling these out the ground.
Brother, they're coming out of the ground in Hidalgo, Mexico, and Tula, Mexico, and Jalisco, Mexico, and a couple of other places. Yes.
Look at that. That's unmistakably Anubis. You couldn't even deny that if you was Ray Charles.
Right. I mean, there's so much stuff. Like here, I'm about to send you these stills that I just took.
Yeah, you couldn't even, bro. You couldn't even deny that with.
All right, I just sent you some still photos. Go ahead
Okay.
and pull those up.
You couldn't, bro. Bro. Gotcha. Oh man. Oh
Right.
man.
Pull those up real quick.
What? I gotta let me download them. Yo, they really be doing too much. Hey yo, man, what the heck is that? Oh no.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, man, you be doing too much, man.
Go ahead, show the audience, man. They gotta see.
I'm finna show. I'm finna send it right over. Hold on. Hey yo, chat, this gonna be crazy too.
Yeah.
This one right here, this the one, this kind of stuff that blow your top. Kind of like, what are people like? Who did this?
Word.
All right, inbox. Who is that? Hold up, man.
While you're pulling it up, I had mentioned something in CM Bey's literature where he talked about the year 1646, Christian calendar year. He said equivalent to 1066 Moorish calendar year, the era of the onward rush of vandalism. That is burning Moorish cities and destroying everything else in the category of Moorish culture and design. Of course, some people nowadays would take that to mean, oh, they're talking about the Tartarian Empire. Maybe not. But one thing that we could definitely point to, follow me. If you look up the word Baroque, Baroque, okay, Baroque architecture. If you look up the term, you'll see, okay, it's a particular type of architecture that is related to what we would call Moorish Renaissance or Moorish architecture. There's lots of buildings that you see every day today that are based on Moorish architecture. But watch this. There was a period in history that buildings, listen close, old buildings built in New Spain, which is where, people, you already know,
Yeah.
at a particular point, they underwent a change in their facade, the front of it, where any influences that were not Christian influences were erased off the facades of the buildings. See?
Let me share my screen. Share screen. Yeah. Let's go here. Yeah, that's where we want to be. Let's go.
Okay, these are pages of a bronze book, people. A book made out of bronze that they dug up out the ground in Mexico.
Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, shit.
Yeah.
I hope this is a comic book.
And bro, here's the thing. Of course, you had the protectors of the Euro-Western narrative that initially tried to say, oh, this stuff is all hoax. Bro, they're pulling thousands of these artifacts out of the ground every day. That's another page from the book. Blow it up, they can see it.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Look at the designs on the upper left and right there. Looks familiar, doesn't it? Isn't that very similar to the design on the Booga sphere? That one
Mm.
UFO sphere that was floating around, that they actually caught one of them and they analyzed it recently.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, yo, chat. This crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, chat. This ain't even the crazy one, though. Oh, look at this.
Oh yeah.
What, he got a phone in his hand?
I don't know what he got. He got something though.
Like he got the phone. Look like he on the ground. Yo.
And this stuff isn't new, people. This stuff is old. Like I said, they're literally digging it out of the ground. Matter of fact, you ain't even got to believe me. You can see for yourself. Go to the site. Go to aliencarvings.com. That's one you can go to. You can also go to a page, because they're not the only researchers pulling this stuff up, people. You can go to a page called on Facebook, it's called Alien Carvings. But you can also go to
I don't know what this is. I see that triangle in the middle of the or whatever that is.
mm-hmm. You can also go to a site called Arqueología Extraterrestre Mexico or Mexico. You can go to that page right on Facebook and see for yourself what they're pulling out of the ground.
Look at this shit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yo, this joint about borderline scary.
All right, I'm about to send you a couple more, brother. Hold on.
Hold on. I gotta see these John. Let me show you this John. This the one I want chat to see. Look at this John.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
they pulling the John out the John.
Yep.
Look at this. What he
Crazy,
got in
right?
his head, bro? In his hand, bro. Like, what is this? You
Yeah.
see that symbol on his chest
Yep.
and the tattoos on his leg?
Right.
Hey, yo. Oh, yo. This some other stuff. What is this?
I'm about to send you a couple more that's gonna mess you up, bro.
Yo, chat, what is this?
Oh yeah.
What is that on that thing at the bottom of the little bowl thing? Is that an eye? Sharif?
It looks like it looks like an entity with like almost like an elephantine type snout in front of it. Oh no, that is an eye on the object that it's sitting in front of. Yes, that is all seeing eye. Huh? How about that?
Shut almighty.
How about that?
Yo, sir. Oh,
How
man.
about that, bro?
Oh, man. Oh, man, bro. See that? Now you got me tweaking.
Man, there's so much of this stuff I can pull up and share with you all.
Yeah, man. Sharif be on a wild man. Sharif, you be on adventures in your phone, huh?
Bro, I'll be on adventures, period.
Be on adventures,
I do,
period.
bro.
Oh man, what the? Hey yo,
Yeah.
bro,
Yeah.
you what the?
Yeah. But see, brother, the Mexican government and the Brazilian government and other governments, they've been holding on to this stuff for the longest. Now they're allowing it to be seen.
I guess they feel like the world ready for it now, huh?
Mm-hmm. Now they're allowing it to be seen. The holdout is the United States. That's the holdout. The Euro-Western nations, they're the holdout. Everybody else is moving past.
Russia and Germany been with the stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They've been with it. They've been like, yo, we'll let the cat out the bag, sir.
Bro, okay. I just sent you a couple stills, but I gotta send you this video. And then I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna end it because we'll be here all night just doing this alone, bro. I promise you. Look at the stills I sent you. Look at the stills I just sent you, bro.
Yep, we're looking at them. What is this?
There we go.
Hey, yo, chat.
This is stuff, okay, audience. This is ancient stuff that's being pulled out of the ground in Mexico.
Yo, this is crazy.
Yep.
What the hell? I missed it. Oh, man. Man, I hope they don't flag me. All right, this is what I'm going to do. Let's see. I'm going to send this link to share this too.
Yeah, this is crazy. But again, while you're pulling this stuff up, brother, I just want to tell the audience again, when it comes to, just like with anything in general, just like with anything.
What is this?
Bro, that's the design on that design is what's on the Boogosphere. That whole quote unquote UFO/UAP sphere that they actually captured and they're analyzing. Yeah. They dug that out the ground, bro. The next slide I sent you showed them when they took the picture. It's a picture of when they first found it in the ground. Right there.
Oh, man. Yo.
Yeah.
You know what they got going on in Mexico? Yo, bro, wait a minute, bro. Is that a pine cone or an ear of corn on his head?
Yo, that looked pretty interesting, didn't it?
Is that an ear of corn on his head?
Uh-huh.
Hey, yo.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, dude, bro, I don't know, bro, what that they got going on in Mexico?
Yo, show them the last few that I just sent you.
Let's see.
Yeah. But like I was saying about CM Bey's work, people, and like with any work, we have to give it its proper respect.
Okay? Those are the last ones I got.
Oh, you did? Hold on. Man, I hope I ain't send them to the wrong people. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Okay, I sent you. Hold on. Wait a minute. Yeah, the video. You see the video, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
But with anything, people, you have to, and when it comes to research and study, there's methodology. Does that mean you got to go to college? You got to get a doctorate? No, but you have to understand basic research methodology to get the most and the best out of your efforts. You have to. You see? You have to.
You see that?
No, got it. Well, you didn't put it up yet. Like I give it. Okay, there we go. Zoom it in though. Zoom it in so people can see. That's a pyramidal object. Yo, can you rewind it? Can you pull it back?
Do that.
Because I want them to look at this. That's crazy.
I can't. Let me see how I can.
Well, they can see.
Damn. I don't know how to
You
expand.
see what's on the back of that thing, bro?
What? Oh yeah. Oh man. Oh yeah. Oh.
That is the god Marduk. Out of where? Ancient Mesopotamia. Marduk was an Anunnaki god. But they found that in Mexico.
Man, what the hell?
Right.
All right, that's enough.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yo,
But I think the
bro, what is
point's been made. You know what I mean? We're
honest and
not going to get
gratitude
into
creator of the boundless universe for the $5 super chat? He say, didn't the prophet say I can show you something that would turn your brain to water?
for
She
sure.
definitely did.
Shout
She
out to
definitely
my
did.
brother K. Alinde the Alinde brothers. Yo,
Yes,
bro,
sir.
yesterday, guess what?
Yes, sir.
I'm glad yo. So you know in the oral statements of Prophet Drew Ali, there's an oral statement where he was walking around Chicago and he stopped at a particular point and
He
he
stuck his
said,
hand down in the ground.
from at this point, a Moabitess queen by the name of Queen Necta waged war against 5 pharaohs. And then he dug into the ground and pulled up a metal ball with some foreign inscriptions on it, right? Guess what?
What?
Our brother K. found solid supporting evidence of that. You hear what I'm telling you? That in the 1940s, a European did something similar right in the same area. And then did the follow-up research, and there was an Egyptian from Upper Egypt, which would now be present-day what? Nubia, that area, right? That waged war against 5 pharaohs. Yep. Again, I think the point is made here. Let's not get caught up into the either or. Okay, it happened over here or it happened over there. No, both. See, when we start thinking either or, we're still under the European psychology. See?
Honest and gratitude, Mystic 6 for the super chat. Yo, bro. Bro. And Dep Moore say that one of them joints look like Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio mask.
Oh, really? Oh, man. Yeah. That was a good one right there, boy. That was a good one right there, boy. Yeah. Hey, look. Boy, the point has been proved.
You see what I'm saying? You know, like, you know what people thought, bro? Let's keep it a buck. You know, prior to this show, they thought when they saw the topic that I was either going to be 100% for or 100% against CM Bey, and I was going to do the compare contrast between the Prophet and CM Bey and try to demonize one or the other. That ain't Islamic thinking, is it, though?
That's not.
See that?
That's not mathematical. That's not mathematical oneness.
Prophet, thank you. Prophet Drew Ali taught us. He said, even out of the worst, the wise find the means of good.
Absolutely.
See,
man, you see the all-seeing eye on that demonstration.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, I got tons more of these kinds of pictures, bro. This is research I've been doing for years, B.
Yeah, man. I know, bro. When it
I've been at it for a minute.
When it come to that, bro, we need to do a show. No, we don't.
No. Let's do it.
All right, let's do a show just on that alone.
Let's do a show on. Here it is. Here's the topic. Let's ask the audience if they would like to see it. That, you know, if you'd like to see this, put 7s in it. But let me say it first. right? The topic of the show will be emerging and still hidden technology, but all it is a return to ancient technology.
Free 9149 say do a series. Hey yo, brother, I'm finna start. Hey yo, bro, bro. I'm finna learn how to use that AI too, bro, and make series.
Yeah.
CG Bey say, yep, we got 7.
Yep.
Put 7s in the chat if you'd like to hear that, see that show.
Yeah.
Or for us to do a series on that. Because we
Hidden,
could do a series on this topic.
hidden and cutting edge technologies, all they are is a return, or a rediscovery of ancient technologies. This is something we can not just prove, but prove easily. And watch this. Let me just say it this way too, right? Oh, we say, what is our religion? Answer, Islamism. Is that the old-time religion?
Look,
Answer, old-time religion. Watch this. And remember, like I said earlier in this show, Islam does not recognize the distinction between religion and science. If there is a distinction in Islam, the distinction is this: science is applied religion.
Hey, look at this right here. Look at this comment, Reef.
Somebody see me on some other shows. But correct.
Yeah.
But guess what? Correct. Yes. Yes, Mystic Six. Correct.
Honest and gratitude, Mystic Six.
Correct.
And Mystic Six put a 7 in there. So it seems like the chat want to see that. So I guess we're gonna have to demonstrate.
That's gonna be the show, bro.
Yep. That'll be I guess we'll start on our next show.
That's it. That's the show.
Absolutely.
So I want to close out, but I just want to say, first and foremost, the founder of the Moorish movement, unequivocally, Prophet Noble Drew Ali, period.
Unequivocally.
The Moorish Science Temple of America, right, is a divine and national movement, right? And it's not elitist, it's not secretive, it's none of those things. Okay? The Clock of Destiny Order of the Great Seal was not designed to do the same thing. The Clock of Destiny Order under CM Bey was something somewhat exclusive. See? That's what it was intended to be. Okay? Different purposes.
Absolutely.
Different purposes, and in some respects, different directions. In some respects. See? In some respects.
Absolutely.
Okay? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
CM Bey stayed away from what he called and what he saw as religious dogma. He stayed away from it. But guess what? Prophet Drew Ali did too. The difference is that CM Bey just said religion. Prophet Drew Ali was very specific in how we do religion. So that said, our next show that we do on this whole tech thing, we're going to demonstrate that the emerging and still yet hidden technologies are already spoken of in the literature that Prophet Drew Ali gave. In other words, old-time religion is cutting-edge science conveyed in theological terminology. It's too easy to prove. People want you to have an idea of what. It's too easy. It's too easy. For instance, you know what quantum entanglement is, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. So tell me the difference between the principles of quantum entanglement and this phrase, Every living thing is bound by cord. Come on, bro.
No, it's the same thing.
The exact same thing.
String theory, all that.
Quantum entanglement is just an application of that. Too easy. That's how we do religion, though. See? With us, religion and science, because truth is but one.
A working religion, not one shot through with hocus
How about that, bro? Not one shot through with hocus pocus. See? Yeah.
Well, Mo, let us get up out here before we get beat up.
For sure. Yo, bro, love you, man. This is a great show, bro. This is a great show.
I love you too, brother, man. It's always a pleasure to have you on. You know that, man.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, man. Yo, shout out to the audience, man. Shout out to the audience. Y'all show wild love.
Yes, sir. We're gonna have that show coming for y'all.
Yes.
We'll let you know the date. You'll see me on social media. You'll see it here on YouTube. We'll promote it on Instagram. We're gonna let you know. And I can guarantee he already got a presentation set up for it, so it's nothing. So
you already know.
It'll probably be soon and very soon.
You already know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, all right, man.
Yes, sir.
Islam.
Peace.
All right, peace to the chat. Peace to the chat. Honors and gratitude for y'all coming through tonight. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the share button. Share to your social medias. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Don't leave here without subscribing to the channel. And for everybody who's going to see this on the playback, know that you can still donate. You can still donate. The Cash App is going through the screen right there. If you're here right now and haven't donated, my Cash App is pinned in the comment section. You can also hit the super chat, super thanks, super sticker, and support that way. Even though we're not live and you're watching the playback, when you come back to watch the playback, you can still donate. Don't let that stop you. Don't let that stop you from hitting the like, comment, and share. Help us get in this algorithm. We're trying to make our little mark so I can give away something. I need y'all participation. But y'all don't want nothing. But anyway, peace. We out to the next time. See y'all Sunday. Sunday, 5 o'clock. We got Noble Ampu, the mystical current of Islam in the West. Make sure you be in the building. 5 o'clock. What is that? Saturday. 5 o'clock Saturday. Be in the building. Peace.